What is up, guys? It is Ninblox. It is finally time for the Super Mario Maker 2 World Maker update for the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to cover everything that I saw in the trailer. This is a full-on trailer analysis without editing it. Literally, it's 30 minutes long, and it's probably like 10 to 20 minutes long for y'all, but I don't know. Anyways, let's get right into it. First things first, this is the final major update. We will get small updates, but not major ones, meaning we probably won't get a new style or theme, which is kind of disappointing, but at least we got this. Alright, for the Super Mario Bros. Style, we have the Super Mario Bros. 2 American Mushroom, or it's the American Super Mario Bros. 2. Basically what this thing does, it changes you to the Super Mario Bros. 2. It makes you look like that. Okay. Let's say you're Mario. You look like the Super Mario Bros. 2 Mario, alright? And with this ability, you can stand on enemies and you can even pick them up. Another thing I see right here is that Mario isn't taking damage even though he's holding a chain chomp, so maybe when you're holding enemies you don't get damage, which is pretty overpowered. And in the snow theme, you can get just from the ground and get a snowball to throw at objects like mystery blocks to reveal their mystery. Here we have the frog suit with the big return. Basically what this thing does, it allows you to walk on water, and it allows you to swim really good in water diagonally, well, horizontally, vertically, and pretty much diagonally. Here we have the power balloon from Super Mario World. This thing allows you to fly in the Super Mario World style, and this thing's really cool. Like, literally look at Mario. And then we have the Super Acorn. People have been wanting this since the original Super Mario Bros. I'm at Super Mario Maker, and we're finally getting this. This thing lets you glide, and is more than likely, or it's 99.9% only in the Super Mario Bros. U style. Next, we have the Boomerang Flower, which lets you throw boomerangs and defeat enemies like piranha plants as shown on screen. And then we have 5 new wearables, and I'm going to show you what they all are and what they do. First, we have the cannon box, which you can shoot cannons with this thing, and if you hold the A or B button, whichever you use to shoot, you can charge it up and it will shoot a long distance. Next, we have the propeller suit. It allows you to fly, I guess, 3 times. Those little dots, each time you fly, one of them goes black, and you only have 3 of them, so you can fly up to 3 times pretty high. And then we have the red power block. It can destroy a mountain of blocks as shown on screen. This can be used 3 times, and every time you use one of the letters fades away. They used it once, so the W is faded away. Then we have the Goomba mask, which makes your foes think that you are on their side and they don't attack you, which really gives me some questions. Like, can you fool Bowser himself like this? Like, I really doubt it, but just imagine you could fool Bowser himself like this. And then, what if you put a mushroom on one of these enemies? Like, will they still think that you're on their side? This really, if this thing could fool Bowser, then this mask could be very overpowered. And then my favorite of them all is the Bullet Bill mask. You can horizontally fly, basically vertically, but you'd have to jump off of a ledge to go up, and you'd have to drop down to go down. Bowser's minions have finally made an appearance in a Super Mario Maker game. These things, with the addition of world maps, are just a great combo, because there can be 8 worlds, and there's 7 Koopalings along with Bowser, which is just absolutely amazing. And I really couldn't ask for more than the Koopalings, except the world maps, which we'll get to later. But anyways, we have all 7 Koopalings, and they are in all 5 styles except 3D worlds, so that's something to note. And then we have the cursed key. If you pick it up, then the little skull, I think his name's Fonto, will come after you, which is very scary, so look out for these cursed keys. Another thing we see is that Luigi is actually has the Super Mario Bros. 2 power-up on, so yeah, that's really cool. That's what Luigi looks like with the power-up. Now we have the on and off switches in 3D worlds along with trampolines. So right now these little gray platforms are solid land, but when you hit the on and off switch, they become jumpable trampolines. I'm sorry for that. Then we have the Mecha Koopas, which come in 2 different forms. We also have these pink ones that shoot bullet bills. I can just imagine the spam of these. And then we have blue Mecha Koopas, which can shoot powerful electric I don't know, but just powerful electric forces. And then at nighttime, they are equipped with jets, so they can actually fly. And then probably the biggest update on this trailer, or just update, is world maps. Alright, there are lots of things to talk about that's on screen right now. We have this little pink robot, which is probably going to be called WorldBot, doing the same thing it does with CourseBot, except for worlds. And then if we look on the left, there's Mario with a number 5. That's actually probably the counter of lives that you have. Then we have a little hill that indicates the regular land. That's the theme of the world and probably level. Or you actually choose the level from CourseBot, so... And then we have the W1, which is the world, so that's world 1. Then we look up here in the top left corner. There's like a little red dot. It's actually the amount of levels, so the castle counts as one of them, and then the other 4 are 4 different levels. Then we have this little I really don't know what, the star on top, a little mushroom house. That's actually a mini game. You can apparently put up to 3 per world, which is a lot. And then we have we have 2 pipes, and these can lead to small little mini game levels. So like levels full of coins and stuff like that. Which, do these count as a level? You only have 4 levels, and this is a question I really want answered. I guess will be answered tomorrow. Then we have this little just plain grass. I'm going to show you what that is later. Then we have the start, and then we have like just a straight path. Then we have a corner turning, and then we have a multiple options path. Then we have a curved path. And then if we see in the top right corner, we have bridges and cliffs, and then the paths aren't highlighted, but when you connect them, they do get highlighted. Alright, so this is what I was talking about, that little just grass. It's actually decorations for your world. So we have little trees, little mountains, and then little, I guess, mushrooms. I'm just going to call them mushrooms. And by the way, guys, every single world has its own special type of decoration, which I'm going to tell y'all now. So if we see right here, we have an option to label our courses or put these type of stuff on our courses. So these first 3 circles, I have no idea what they are. They look like water, desert, and snow, but that water one, there's no underwater theme. There's just ground, underground, snow, desert, forest, sky, outer space, and castle. There's no underwater. So I have no idea what that is. The other one's probably desert, and then snow, and then forest, boo house, castle. I was going to say airship, but it's actually sky. Which, this blue one, it's probably underground if we just look at it. It's probably underground even though it looks like water. And then we can label them with the Goomba, Koopa, Piranha Plant, a fish that I forgot its name, Chain Chomp, Hammer Bro, Pokey, and a poison mushroom. And then we do have the option to change the course if we accidentally choose the wrong one or we want to change it. And then we have these little slot machines kind of mini games, which, as we saw earlier, we could put 3 of these in one world. At least that's what we think. Anyways, talking about the decorations of every world, for the underground we have those little skulls, skeletons with mushrooms, and we have a bunch of rocks. And then we have in the bottom left corner we have like a little fire tower, which is interesting. As for the desert, we have a little pool with the palm tree. We have, of course, pyramids, and then we have these little bushes with faces on them. Okay, this one really confuses me, and I'll tell you why in a minute. First, we have these little blue and white mushrooms, I guess, and then we have snowmen, and then we have these little trees. And okay, it doesn't really that much confuse me, but we can see that we can put a water level, but not the water style. There's a little fish labeled. There's a fish labeled there's a level labeled with the fish. All right, but it's in the water. But underwater is not a playable theme. So what theme is that level in the water? I'm so curious to find that out. I hope this world's in public, which it's probably not, but I'm so confused by that. Anyways, moving on to the sky, we have little vines that go into clouds in the sky, which is really cool. We can have floating levels. Then the bridges are actually rainbows, which is really cool. And then we have spotted, different colored little mushrooms for decoration. So I actually really like this one. And then we have the forest with regular bridges. It has a little poison pool and a bunch of bushes with faces. Also, guys, as we see from here, we can put little mini games in the water. And then we have the castle. This one is just a horizontal line, but can we actually put those little castles? And then we have those fire towers that we saw from the underground. This one's very strange. We might be able to actually do all this, which is gonna be, people are gonna be really creative if we could. Then we have the outer space with little, I guess they look like they're sleeping mushrooms, and then we have a bunch of floating clouds with vines, but the left and right ones, they look like regular ships. But if we look at the middle one, is that Bowser? You can see Bowser's head sticking out, which we saw Bowser's castle in the Fire Worlds. If we see in the top left corner, it says World 7. This is... I'm really confused by this. From this, I'm just assuming we could change the what? Okay, I'm assuming we could change the style, so like we can have the lava be the first world or something like that. If we go back, we can see that indeed we can choose the world. If you look at the left here, we indeed can choose the world and the style. So we can. I'm very confused by this, and I won't be confused in 24 hours. Dude, this update comes out tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Tomorrow? You can't just bring all that hype to us. I cannot wait till tomorrow.